Now the topic is preparation of suspension. Now the topic is preparation of suspension. How we can prepare the suspension? How we can prepare the suspension means, this is for the preparation of suspension. One is dispersed phase is needed, another one is dispersion medium is needed. One is dispersion phase, another one is dispersion medium. Dispersed phase, this is the dispersion medium. Solid is dispersed phase, liquid is dispersion medium. How can we prepare the stable emulsion? How can we prepare the stable emulsion? How can we prepare the stable suspension? How can we prepare the stable suspension? Means this is the solid particle. This is the solid particle. When I will keep that solid particle into the when I will keep the solid particle into the system, into the liquid medium, then the solid particle is not at all distributed uniformly in the solvent. Not distributed uniformly in the solvent means, see, this is solid particle I have taken here. This is the solid surface. That is a hydrophobic particle. That is a hydrophobic particle. That surface is this one. That particle surface is this one. Then what will happen means, before adding to the solvent, this hydrophobic particle retains. Hydrophobic is nothing but lipophilic, non-polar. It is interacted with air. Air is majorly consists of oxygen. Oxygen is non-polar. Oxygen is non-polar. Whatever the particle is non-polar. Then there is a strong interaction between the surface, the hydrophobic particle, and the air. Strong interaction. When you will put this into the system, when you will put this hydrophobic particle into the water or the solvent, what will happen? The solid surface retains air bubbles. It will contain adsorbed air. Adsorbed air is present on that particular solid or hydrophobic particle. It consists of, these are air bubbles attached to the hydrophobic surface. Now when you will add directly this hydrophobic particle to the solvent, just the particle is surrounded by the adsorbed air. So the particle is not at all immiscible with the solvent. The particle is not miscible with the solvent. Then what we can do means, then I need to make the miscibility of this particle. The pharmacist need to make the miscibility of this hydrophobic particle with the hydrophilic solvent, here water, hydrophilic solvent molecule. How? Just by addition of wetting agent. Wetting agent, glycerin, propylene glycol, alcohol. All these glycerin contain polar and non-polar portion. All these wetting agents, glycerin, propylene glycol, and alcohol contain polar and non-polar portion. What will happen? The non-polar portion attached to the hydrophobic surface, polar portion attached to the water. Polar portion attached to the water, non-polar portion attached to the hydrophobic particle, hydrophobic surface of the particle. Then now as the first problem we have solved, means just how can we dissolve that particular hydrophobic particle into the solvent, means just by addition of wetting agent. See, wetting agent, this is the wetting agent. When I will add a wetting agent, that will form a monolayer on the surface of the particle. For example, you can consider this is the particle. This particle is surrounded by monolayer of liquid. The particle is surrounded by the monolayer of liquid. Now that the that wetting agent containing hydrophobic particle is soluble in that particular given solvent. Wetting agent, addition of wetting agent. What is the use of wetting agent is completed. Next, what I am adding means flacculating agent. Flacculating agent I am adding. Flacculating agent means electrolytes, polymers, surfactants. Electrolytes, polymers, and surfactants. See, flacculating agent means what if I will add the flacculating agent means leads to the formation of this kind of system. What is flacculated? Flacculated means this combining. Flacculation means just nothing but combining of the particles. Combining of the particles. See, three particles are combined with the help of this is flacculating agent. Whatever this line is there, flacculating agent. This is the flacculating agent, either electrolytes, polymers, or surfactant. These are the flaccules, means these are the hydrophobic particles. Hydrophobic particles surrounded by hydrophobic particles should be surrounded by the monolayer of wetting agent. Wetting agent should be there. Wetting agent followed by flacculating agent leads to formation of flaccules like this kind of system. Next, say I am directly adding flacculating agent to this system. Means to this system I am adding flacculating agent. To this system I am adding the structured vehicle. This is the structured vehicle. When I will add the structured vehicle means it's gel form. It's like a gel form. When I will add structured vehicle means whatever the particles are there, the particles surrounded by wetting agent, those are suspended within the structured vehicle. This system we can call as a structured vehicle. Nothing but structured vehicle, nothing but hydrophilic polymers. When I will add means the particles will suspend like this. Separately, the particles will suspend. Why we are adding structured vehicle means in order to reduce the settling of the particles. In order to reduce the settling of the particles are, see here, whatever the particles are formed, they immediately will settle at the bottom. So I need to prevent the settling of the particles. Just I am adding structured vehicle. So this is not a good means desired suspension. This is also not desired suspension. Okay, why this is not desired suspension means whatever the particles are there, they will combine. Deflacculated suspension. The system, in this system, all the particles they will combine. Still the particles, even though if you add the structured vehicle, all the particles they will combine and they will settle at the bottom. Means unstable emulsion is still formed. Even though if all the particles settle at the bottom, if you shake the system, all the particles will not redisperse. Like this. Initially these are like this, all these particles are like this. Now once sediment is formed, if you shake the system, this particle will not go upside, not redisperse. So this is also not desired system. So how can I make the desired suspension means more stable suspension? How can I make means first addition of flacculating agent. This is the flacculating agent. This line, whatever the line is there, this I am representing just for easy identification. I am representing this. Now the flacculating agent I have added. Then the particles get flaccule. Then the formation of flaccules. When I add the flacculating agent. Now formation of flacculated suspension. This. To the system, to the flacculated system, when I add the structured vehicle, means this gel form, we can call it gel form. When we will add the structured vehicle, then formation of this kind of system. Then there is a formation of this kind of system, we can call it as a flacculated suspension in structured vehicle. Flacculated suspension in structured vehicle. This is desired one. Desired one. This is the desired one. In the market, we are getting this kind of suspension only. Means desired suspension. That suspension should be added first flacculating agent, followed by structured vehicle, then fully stable means stabilized suspension, flacculated suspension in structured vehicle. That is desired one. Now it is present in the market, but these are just initially they have prepared just by addition of flacculating agent, addition of structured vehicle, deflacculated. Here the flacculated suspension, here deflacculated suspension in structured vehicle. So these are the different kinds of preparation of suspension. These are the different kinds of preparation of suspension. Very very important. Very very important. Wetting agents, glycerin, propylene glycol, alcohol, polar, non-polar portions are there. Hence, polar portion react with water, solvent. Non-polar portion react with solid hydrophobic surface of the particle. This is also the concept of wetting agent. Addition of flacculating agent, structured vehicle. This one. Wetting agent efficiency can be calculated by using contact angle. We have discussed in HLB scale by using contact angle.